Hey there, Rick Sage, recording at the Rimrock Studios in Bishop, California. Welcome to Season 2 of the Outdoor Biz Podcast, where I speak with retailers, brand managers, athletes, executives, and others in the outdoor biz and share their stories, tips, advice, productivity tricks, and ideas you can use to take your career or business to the next level. This episode is supported by Kabbage. If you need flexible small business financing, Kabbage has the answer. Kabbage helps small business owners access capital right away without any headaches. Apply online or from your phone. You'll get an automatic decision and you can use any amount you need when you need it. Kabbage has supported over 100,000 small businesses with $4 billion in funding. Visit kabbage.com/outdoorbiz. When you qualify, you'll get a $50 Visa gift card and you can use it anywhere. That's Kabbage with a K. KABBAGE.com/outdoorbiz. I'm happy to be speaking with Dave Mathias from Centerstone Technologies on the show today. Dave tells us how he got excited about the outdoors growing up in Michigan and a funny story involving marshmallows as a kid on a ski trip. We talk about how Centerstone grew out of the buyer's page and how brands, reps, and retailers are now using Centerstone to manage and process orders. Good morning, Dave. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, good. How's it going? You guys busy out there?
We're very busy, always. Great.
Good. So my first question is, I'm curious how you went from a BA in English to roles with Experian and now Centerstone.
Yeah, my BA in English is from DePauw University in Indiana.
Okay.
And it just served as a great foundation to be able to read and write, quite well. I also got some background in literature, which was helpful. I moved to Denver about 25 years ago to pursue an MBA here, and I hooked up with Tom Detmer and Kenny Edwards, who are our CEO and CFO. We've started 3 companies, and I spent some time at Experian actually as a result of them purchasing one of our companies.
Oh, interesting. And how long were you Experian? I forgot. I looked that up, but I forgot.
Couple of years. I've actually been employed by them technically twice, and have been in and out. So probably a total of 5 years.
Gotcha. And so the BA in English, did you ever aspire to be a writer?
I do a lot of writing. I'm
sure you write a lot of technical stuff and for the business.
As a sales professional, I end up doing a lot of writing and a lot of presenting and communicating.
Right.
I do some writing, just sort of personal reflection type writing, but I don't do any, I don't aspire to publish a book or anything like that.
You don't have a blog or anything?
No. Well, I contribute to our company blog on occasion, but yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And how'd you get into the outdoors? Where'd that inspiration come from?
Yeah. I'm from the Midwest originally, and my family did a lot of camping when I was younger. I also was involved in the scouting program in my community, actually all the way through, till the time I went to college, and we did quite a lot of outdoor activities. So I've always enjoyed the outdoors, and I started skiing when I was 5.
Wow!
At Boyne Mountain in Michigan. So there's actually a funny story there. Last day we were skiing, I went into the lodge and filled my pockets with little marshmallows from the hot chocolate stand, and they of course melted in the car back to Chicago. And my dad was not pleased, to say the least.
You filled your pockets to snack on the mountain, right?
To snack in the car on the way home, and of course they all melted.
Oh man, what a mess! Yeah, I'm sure your dad was not happy having to buy a new pair.
We were on the side of the road. I was in my tighty whities, and my dad was angry, and my mom and brother were laughing their heads off.
Hopefully, there's no photos of that.
No photos.
That's good.
Good memory, though.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah. Did you ever work in outdoor retail?
I have not. I spent a lot of time as a kid at Active Endeavors and Year One in Chicago.
Yeah.
But I've actually never worked on the retail side myself.
So you've been a shopper, not a worker bee.
A shopper and a hanger-outer.
Yeah, right. And do you still do a lot of camping and outdoor stuff in Colorado? I'm sure you do.
We do. Yeah. We do. A couple times a summer for sure. And really my family, we spend time together mostly on the mountain skiing.
Oh, cool. It's been a little thin the last couple of years. I guess last year was really good, but this year
we had a good year last year. This year, of course, has been a little thin, but we're all expecting it in March and April.
Yeah, we're supposed to get a big storm coming here at the end of this week, so hopefully it'll be to you next week. Yeah,
we hope so. We definitely need the precipitation.
No doubt. Yeah. So tell our listeners a little bit about Centerstone. What do you guys do?
Yeah, we're a company that provides a B2B and merchandising platform to the outdoor industry as well as other industries. We focus primarily on apparel and footwear companies, and there are some intricacies around footwear and apparel that our software addresses. Primarily the users of our software, which are reps and retail buyers and customer service professionals, manage all aspects of their wholesale ordering on our platform.
Right. It's very slick. I was, let's see, we were exploring that when I was with Umpqua a few years ago, I think.
Sure. I recall. Yeah.
Yeah. And you were part of the group that started Centerstone, right? Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was involved in the company in its earliest years. We were actually a company, if you've been in the industry for a while, we were a company called the Buyers Page.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. So around 2000, we recapitalized the company and moved out of our original offices, which were in a strip mall in Lakewood, Colorado. And we've rebranded the company in 2000 as Centerstone, and it was an exciting time, and it's been a great ride ever since.
Yeah, you guys have been on a roll. So what have been some of your greatest challenges in getting that off the ground?
Yeah, certainly in the 90s and early 2000s, it was a very much of an evangelical sale. There was not much to the concept of e-commerce at that time, and there were absolutely no companies doing direct to consumer at that time. So we were, kind of pioneering a new space. And one of the biggest challenges was that I would talk to retailers and they would say, when you have more brands, more of my meaningful brands on your platform, I'll use it more. And of course, brands would say the opposite. They'd say when more retailers use it. So it was a little bit of a Jacob's ladder, and we tried to build up both sides of our user community. We've got about 50,000 users today, which we're very proud of.
That's great. Yeah. And you guys, let's see, when I was talking to you back in, I think it was 2005, it was like an online catalog. Can people now place orders, and it's an e-commerce solution as well?
Absolutely. So, reps use our tools to do a lot of their sell-in activities. And we receive, preseason orders, and then retailers primarily use our application to do reorders or ASAP orders.
That's awesome.
But users can check inventory. They can obviously look at a digital catalog. They can place orders, and then they can do all sorts of merchandising and creating presentations and line sheets in the platform as well.
Right. And it's mostly B2B, right?
Yeah, it's all B2B.
All B2B. Got you. And in addition to outdoor, what are some of the other channels you guys work in?
We do a lot in workwear.
Okay.
So, Carhartt, Dickies are big clients. We do a lot in hunting and fishing. So those are some of the other industries we serve.
Got you. And after 15 plus years there, what are you most proud of?
Well, I think probably just, the growth of the company. When we started the business in around 2000, we did $30 million of wholesale orders through our platform. And we were, of course, very excited about that. Thought that was a ton of revenue on behalf of our clients. We averaged between $2.5 and $3 billion through our platform each year.
That's great.
And actually in 2017, we just crossed the $20 billion mark for the history of the company. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'd say the other thing is that we really are proud of our ability to take the company globally.
Mm-hmm.
So we have offices in Paris, France as well. And we manage the other side of the world out of that office. We collect orders from, I think, 180 different countries.
Wow.
And, we're definitely, for our clients, we work for many of them on a global scale.
That's great. Congratulations. That's awesome growth. Mm-hmm. So how has the challenges that retailers are facing these days impacted you guys? I mean, you guys have grown tremendously, so it doesn't seem like it's impacted you very much.
Yeah. I mean, I think obviously it's an observation that retailers, particularly specialty retailers, are, becoming fewer. The good ones obviously are thriving.
Right.
And, we like to think that we're helping them be more efficient and, and supporting their business, obviously. We don't do a ton with big box retailers.
Okay.
So the Nordstroms and the academies and Dick's Sporting Goods, they might use our application either for merchandising purposes or perhaps to check inventory, but they convey their orders to their brands in a different manner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, and tell us about some nonprofit work that you guys do.
Yeah. On a personal note, I work very passionately with an organization that's based here in Denver called Love, Hope, Strength. And it's a company that's an organization that swabs cheeks at typically concerts and other types of events to put people on the bone marrow registry, the National Bone Marrow Registry.
That's pretty cool.
So oftentimes I find myself at Red Rocks or a theater here in Denver, conferences. We had a booth at SIA for a number of years. But we try to get people to get on the list. And one of the most challenging parts of having a blood-based cancer is that it's hard to find a match.
Right.
And so an organization called DKMS is the National Bone Marrow Registry. So we forward all of our swabbed samples to them, and they organize a national registry. So that's
very cool.
That's something I feel great about. We actually have matched about 2,500 individuals from our efforts here in the United States.
Wow, that's great. Well, we'll link to both of those in the show notes. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. We're pretty excited about that. And then on a corporate level, we sponsor and support the Colorado Outward Bound School.
Okay.
Quite extensively. And then I think Tom Detmer, who is our CEO, and he's a board member at the Yellowstone Foundation. So we do quite a bit with them as well.
We'll link to all those things too. And what else? Yeah. So we talked about camping and skiing. Any other outdoor activities you participate in?
Yeah. I'm getting a little bit older in my age, so I primarily do lower impact types of things now.
We all do.
Yeah, for sure. I ski quite a bit. Uh-huh. And that's certainly one of my favorite things to do. I bike as well. Uh-huh. I swim in the summers, quite often. And then I, do yoga a few times a week as well.
Oh, wow. I've tried that and I just have not been able to pull that off consistently. I got to stick with that.
Yeah. It's really, the time I find at yoga is really centering for me. It's, 45 minutes to an hour of just really focusing on myself and being present on my mat. So I really like that. As a younger guy, I did a little bit more adventurous things. I was a whitewater rafter. Have done a good handful of trips, including the Grand Canyon.
Nice.
And then I was a long distance runner for a long time, but those days are over for me.
Yeah, it's hard on the knees. Yeah. Yeah. And do you have any suggestions or advice for folks wanting to get in the outdoor biz or grow their career or do something like what you guys have done?
I think, as we all know, the outdoor industry is one of relationships. And I certainly have made some of my best business relationships and friendships, going back as far as, the outdoor show being hosted in Reno, Nevada.
Yep.
So that's a long time ago.
It is. Yeah.
But I think if you're passionate about outdoors, I think my suggestion is just get involved in any way that you can. Whether it's working for a brand or for a nonprofit, working at a retailer, just get going in some capacity. Yeah. And I think you'd find that you'd make great contacts and friendships within the industry. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And do you have any daily routines? Obviously, you do yoga, but anything else you do daily to keep your sanity? Have any favorite apps?
Exercise is the primary thing, and that obviously includes yoga. I try to do that at lunch every day. I used to run into work, and that was certainly something that, was a daily thing that really helped me to think about the day and get organized and kind of prepared for the day. But as I mentioned, I don't do that as much anymore.
Yeah. And, let's shift gears. Do you have any favorite books or books you give as gifts very often?
Yeah. Yeah. The last book I gave as a gift was called 5 Days at Memorial. I actually gave it to my father, and it was about, Hurricane Katrina and, Memorial Hospital in New Orleans, where they had to make some pretty tough decisions about who would get care, and the hospital flooded and they had to get, evacuate people. So that was a great book. I personally like to read a lot of history books.
Okay.
Right now I'm reading a book called Home Going, which is about the slave trade in the 1800s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Any business books that shaped your career?
Gosh, I don't know that I have read a business book recently. I've certainly read some of the Malcolm Gladwell books, I think is his name.
Yeah. He does some good stuff.
Excuse me.
Gladwell,
but I don't know that I have. I read, currently I'm reading more for enjoyment when I get ready to jump in bed at night.
Yeah, gotcha. I do the same. How about, do you have a favorite outdoor gear purchase under $100?
Yeah, I don't know if it's quite $100, but my most recent purchase was a Never Summer longboard.
Okay.
And my kids have them as well. So I live off a parkway here in Denver, and we do a lot of cruising up and down the parkway. It's a little bit difficult getting up the hill, but it's definitely a lot of fun coming down.
I'll bet that's pretty fun. Yeah. And
it's great. We just, it's not very busy from a traffic standpoint, so you can really carve big turns and cruise down the hill. It's great.
Nice. Pretty relaxing, I'll bet.
Very relaxing.
As long as there's no traffic,
Fun to do with the kids, Yeah,
cool. And do you have any favorite productivity apps you use regularly?
Yeah, I use, I guess I would say probably some of the ones that a lot of people are using. I use LinkedIn quite a bit and find that very helpful. Mm-hmm. I also do a lot of note taking and kind of organizing myself with an application called Evernote.
Oh, yeah,
not sure if you're familiar with that, but I really enjoy the ability to, be able to segment different parts of my life and take notes
and access it on your phone. That's what I love about it.
It's and access so it from anywhere. So that's great.
Those are good ones.
Yeah. And then as a sales organization, we use Salesforce.com a lot, which I think a lot of people do, but we manage all of our contact information and conversations we've had and reminders, some analytics.
Gotcha.
In that application. So it's very helpful.
Those are good ones. Are you an iPhone guy or an Android guy?
I'm an iPhone guy.
All right. Yeah. Good.
But of course I have the 6 where everyone else in my family has the 8.
Yeah. That's usually how that works.
Exactly.
You're the last one to upgrade.
For sure.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to say or ask of our listeners before we wrap up?
Yeah, I think I would just say that if you're ever in Denver, we hope you'll look us up. We'd love to have you into our offices and get to know you, and we'd also meet you for a beer for sure.
Great. Yeah, I'll do that next time we come out for the show.
Yeah, we'd love that. We're very, very happy about having the show here in Denver.
Bet. Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah. And I'd say, that I'm open certainly to connecting with anyone through LinkedIn. So if you have a mind to want to connect with me, I'd welcome that as well.
Cool. We'll put a link to your LinkedIn connection. Anything, Instagram, Twitter, any of those kind of things you do?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page. Centerstone does, as well as a Twitter account. And of course, I'd welcome anybody to follow us. And then, I'm reachable at LinkedIn by my name, Dave Mathias. And my email is dmathias@Centerstone Tech, which is for technology, tech.com.
Perfect. Well, we'll put links to all that in the show notes. And thanks, Dave. It's been great catching up with you.
Nice to talk to you. Thanks very much.
I look forward to seeing you in Denver. I haven't been, I think you guys moved offices since I was there last, probably.
We may have. Yeah, we're downtown, right in an area called Lodo, which is lower downtown.
Yeah.
And it's very dynamic here, as you know, a lot of young folks moving to Denver. So
cool.
There's a lot going on down here.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing you then.
Thanks. We as well.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. I hope you enjoyed that conversation with Dave Mathias. You can catch up with him on LinkedIn or email him at dmathias@centerstonetech.com. Mathias is Mathias. To find out more about Centerstone, you can go to centerstonetech.com and see all the great services they offer there. You'll find links to everything we discussed in the show notes at theoutdoorbizpodcast.com/episode/085. Be sure to hit your favorite podcast app and subscribe today. Thanks for listening. Today's podcast is brought to you by WordPress. I've used WordPress to build a number of websites, including Stillwater's Consulting and the Outdoor Biz Podcast. There are a number of themes and plugins available both free and for purchase, enabling you to easily create the custom look and feel you want. If you're starting an online business, publishing a blog, and looking to take your online presence to the next level, visit theoutdoorbizpodcast.com/WordPress and get going today. With simple installation tools and thousands of themes to choose from, you'll be up and running in no time. Go to theoutdoorbizpodcast.com/WordPress and get your site launched today. If you want more of the Outdoor Biz Podcast, you can subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcast. Be sure and go to theoutdoorbizpodcast.com where you find all the episodes, show notes, and much, much more. Thanks for listening, and until next time, be sure and make time to get outside.